So I've just finished looking at the BET Awards. Now, let me just say, uh, music is a major part of my life. I love music, all types of music, and I've always wanted to play music. That's another video. But really, this video is about Janet Jackson. Now, I grew up in the era of Janet Jackson. I was a big Janet Jackson fan, and I still am to this day. Um, and I saw the tribute that was done on BET. It was a wonderful tribute. Janet looked great, of course. There's been a lot of sort of media attention about her upcoming tour. Would love to go to Vegas to see the show, as well as her music that's coming out. It's been, what, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 years, I think, since Janet has put something out. And I've heard her new song. You know, it's nice. It'll grow. You know, I was sort of expecting something a little bit harder. But I started thinking about it and wondering how Janet will do in what I'm calling this Beyonce era of music. Now, let me say a little bit about Beyonce. I can't say that I have been a diehard Beyonce fan. But I do find myself bobbing my head to her songs, and definitely her last album. I bought it. I enjoyed it. I like the fact that she really took some risks on this particular album. Great songs, and really, you know, what can you say about Beyonce? She has just taken the music industry by storm. Everything she touches turns to gold. Her dancing, her singing, the visual is something. I've looked at a couple of her concerts. I love to see her do that whole flawless thing live, and I like that video as well. But can Janet make it in this age of Beyonce? My suggestion for Janet is be true to yourself. I don't think that at Janet's age she should try to put out the type of music that really is, you know, taking over the radio now. It's really sort of a hip-hop flavored, you know, even the R&B has a hip-hop flair to it. Don't fill your songs with rappers. You know, you can maybe have one or two with some rap in it, but be true to who you are. Your diehard fans will, you know, stick with it, and you may catch some new fans along the way. Definitely, you gotta have your dance videos. You gotta do your popping. You know, you gotta have a song, some songs that's up tempo. But stay true to yourself. Don't try to, you know, do what a lot of these artists are doing today, because people may look at you and just say, "Oh, you old head trying to do this." And I'm sorry, Janet. I don't mean to call you old head, because you look beautiful, babe. But I think Beyonce will have her fans, and Janet will have her fans. I think if Janet has one song that sort of crosses over across all generations to get her back on the map, it could be good for her. You know, the music industry has changed tremendously, and even since she's been gone. And so I think that there are a core of people out there who sort of want to go back to, songs that aren't necessarily just about big ass and, I got this money and all that type of stuff. Songs with, messages. But the visual has to be there. I've noticed some of the videos on YouTube, I guess with all the recognition of Janet coming back, people have been looking at some of her old videos. And one of my favorite videos of hers, aside from the classics back in the day, was one of the last ones that she put out from her last album. I think it was Discipline, and it was called Rock With You. And some people who I guess hadn't seen that video 4 or 5 years ago looked at it again and was like, oh wow, yeah, this was a good video, this was one of her best and all that type of stuff. But because the album didn't get any hype, it really didn't get much play. Look, she never recovered from that Super Bowl incident. MTV, everybody sort of dropped her. The music that she's released it's been good, but now this is a visual era. You need people behind you to really get your music out there. So, in answer to my question, can Janet make it in a Beyonce world? Yes, but this is a Beyonce era. She's not going to take over. All right. As much as I love Janet, she's not going to take over. She can do her thing, but I don't think. As a matter of fact, I know that she's not going to take it. Whatever Beyonce puts out now, her fan base is just so strong, and rightfully so, because Beyonce has established a body of music, a body of songs, a body of videos that I think some of them will stand the test of time. So that's it for now. We'll see how all this turns out for Janet. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. All right, peace.